Hi everyone, I am Brittany the Cosmic Lunar Soul. Welcome to my channel. If you are new, welcome back to all my subscribers. And today we're going to be doing an unboxing of the Golden Mantras deck. This is an affirmation deck and it comes with a guidebook by Destiny Taylor and illustrated by Willett. This was sent to me by Rockpool Publishing. I'll put all of the information in the descriptions below. But on the back, it says, ignite your Empress energy. And that's either like inner gangster or inner goddess, depending on who you are, I guess. And this retails for $20 in the US or $26 Canadian. So let's go ahead and get into it. So the box is really cool. It has like this flip tab here, which I really like. It's a magnetic flip tab box. This is a 52 card deck and it has powerful mantra cards that will spark your magic. It has an illustrated guidebook to help you along your journey, and it says that it has vibes on top of vibes. So it's really cool. But you can see here that like foiling, so that all of the gold is gilded foiling, and this has a very like Afrocentric, African American, black just vibe to it, and I'm already really excited to get into it. So let's go ahead and look more into the inside of the box. I really like, this is actually a unique box for me. I don't have any other decks that are set up this way exactly, but I do. Rockpool kind of has like a cool setup for some of their decks, and I like that. So the guidebook just slides into this little sleeve here. So you can see that sleeve. And then the cards come in this little side pocket here. So I'll just put them off to the side. The box is not sturdy on its own, but it is sturdy. And like you can see that there are gaps, so you need that guidebook in there. Otherwise it'll like kind of mush down. But when it was all together, it was nice and firm and sturdy. So everything is meant to go where it belongs, which I actually really like. So everything kind of has its place. The design is really cute. You can kind of see those like little black stars against this purple background. Purple, black, and silver are my three favorite colors. Purple, black, and gold are like my next favorite combo in that kind of series. So yeah, this is a nice deck, or a nice box rather, and I think it would travel well. So let's go and look at the guidebook. All right, here's the guidebook. This is, as it mentioned, is fully illustrated, fully colored. So all of this black, purple, gold color scheme is going to be throughout the book. The contents are not that, in depth. It's really just an introduction, how to use your deck, and then the affirmations. So there's not much that it really goes into it, and because it's more of an oracle deck, that's fine. So you can see like there are illustrations all throughout, and they're just so beautifully illustrated. I love that this color scheme goes all the way through. So we have our introduction right here, and then a look into the art, and look, a little black cat here. A note from the artist, and then it gets into how to use the deck. So how to use the deck sections are fairly common, fairly standard as well. And literally the first thing it says here, there are no rules when using this deck. There's really no rules when using any deck. You kind of go with however you've already been going with. So this includes like a morning ritual. They call it a rising ritual. I think that's really cool, especially and very appropriate, because this is an affirmation deck, and a lot of people like to do their affirmations in the morning. So it incorporates the concept of using these affirmations, journaling, in order to start the day off. We have the golden prayer. and this is where you kind of work those affirmations into more of a prayer sort of mantra aspect, where you can sit in your sacred space or in front of your altar or wherever you have your calming place to do these affirmations, which you can use as prayers. And then it gives you some spread ideas. They don't actually show the spreads like they would in a lot of the Oracle or Tarot guidebooks. So instead, it says here, envision 3 empty card slots in front of you. Label them with 3 different areas of your life in which you seek guidance. For example, family, finance, and career. So I like that this just gives you the groundwork to do it yourself. I feel like a lot of people will rely on spreads, but there's really no, especially in guidebooks anyway, because they're meant to be short and sweet, there's really no transition from these are the set spreads to try to create something yourself, you know? But I'm noticing a lot of this just throughout the guidebook so far is really driving home the importance of journaling along with your affirmation. So if that's really something that you've been wanting to get into, that's really highlighted in here as well. And then we get into the affirmations. So we still have some illustration throughout. It'll have what's on the card and then a little more detail. And then on the bottom, it has a journal prompt. So this one is nourish my mind, my body, and my spirit daily. And it goes into the information. It says if you pull this card, you are malnourished in an area of your life, and it's time to be intentional about what you feed your mind, body, and soul. And the accompanying journal prompt is what areas in my life need more nourishment and TLC. This seems like a really good shadow work kind of deck, where like you might not be going into like the really heavy hitting stuff, but this is where you want to start to highlight some things that you want to dive deeper into. So all of the pages are set up that way. We have some illustrations thrown around periodically, and then at the end we just have our acknowledgements. So super simple, easy. I'm gonna get the cards open and we will get started with the flip through. So if you notice, the backs kind of have a repeating symbol. I think it's these four. So it has the art from the front of the box, and then it has this really cool just moon, sun, moon face kind of motif going on. So yeah, just thought that was cool, and I wanted to point out the backs of the cards for you. You can see also that there are no illustrations on these. They're very, very plain. If you don't like that, then, you know, just keep that in mind. But for just an affirmation deck, I actually don't mind that at all. Especially because they do incorporate some art on the back, and you're still getting a little bit of something, you know? The cards are gilded all the way around, has this nice high gilding here, and if you notice, they are quite sticky out of the box. You can see that it's kind of like chunking up when I spread it out. So it's gonna take a little breaking in. Let's see how it does with an overhand shuffle. Definitely starting to break up. I'm so rough with cards, guys. Like, look, you can see already I kind of caused a bit of a like snafu here. I don't know how people keep their gilded card edges so like pristine all the time. I am not good at that. So if you are a little bit of a rough shuffler like I am, just know that the gilding is gonna get messed up. So let's see how it takes to a rifle or riffle and bridge shuffle. Pretty easy. I mean, it has the same amount of cards as a playing card deck. It has 52 cards. It's just a little on the long side, so it's kind of more tarot length versus playing card length. So if you have small hands like me, it might take us a second to stretch out first, but otherwise takes to a rifle pretty well. The cards are actually a little on the light side, but not too bad. I like that it has this really nice matte finish. You can see that it's not like true matte, there's just like a soft coating here, but it is fairly matte. I mentioned earlier the cards are a little sticky, but let's see how it'll fan. I don't think it'll fan very well. No, it's not wanting to fan very well. I do kind of have a slick background here, so if you're fanning out on a better surface or a more tacky surface than what I'm using, it might work a little better. But I think this deck is definitely one that needs a little breaking in. But that being said, I think that this is a really cool deck. It's very different from what I have. I think this will be really fun just to do some mindfulness in the beginning of the day. And also, I think that this would be a fun thing to do with friends as well, just to be able to do like some light affirmations and something really relatable and easy for people to ingest. So you can also do this in accompanying with a tarot reading or an oracle reading, and that will kind of be like your theme. Like, so say we pick a theme during a community read and say what is our affirmation for the day, what affirmation should we focus on, right? And we choose this. My intention is my greatest guide. It speaks clearly and moves me into action. So this would be the card that says like, hey, maybe we should as a community, we should be focusing on guiding ourselves a little more. You know, what is it within our intention that why are we not relying on our intention? Where do we need to hone it so that we can be more confident in it? And how can we rely on it in order to move us forward and, you know, spark that drive to action? Where are we missing that spark? So I feel like this is a really good thing where it kind of gets the brain focused on a certain aspect, and then you can start to dive a little deeper. Alright guys, this was the Golden Mantras deck. This was the affirmation deck and guidebook by Destiny Taylor. If you are curious about anything about this deck, I'll put the information in the description. And otherwise, if you enjoyed this, make sure you like this video, hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. Alright, bye guys.